Dear conference participants, we are happy to introduce our speaker. It's Dr. Dinesh Kumar. He is currently serving as an associate professor and head of the postgraduate department of English at Delsing College, Colonel. With rich experience in teaching and leadership, he has contributed to higher education and literary studies. In his presentation titled Major Educational Issues and Challenges in the 21st Century, an Indian Perspective, Dr. Kumar will explore the modern challenges facing the Indian education system. Dr. Kumar, the floor is yours.
So in this paper, I have tried to introduce the issues and the challenges of 21st century in Indian education system. And we know that things are changing in our education system very quickly, rapidly, and the world is becoming interconnected technology, and it is continuously changing our relationship to information. And as far as the changing global conditions are concerned, we come to know that in these changed circumstances, we rethink that even more important how learn and lead, and how what is the role of education, and what are the can say problems and the hindrances or the challenges that we are facing in 21st century in Indian context particularly. So the future world of learning is one where the forces of globalization, pervasive technology, and innovation demand in the learning environment, and all these combine to form a dynamic setting that is both challenging and difficult for the educational leaders. Together with the changes, we come to know that there are some new expectations which have knocked on the doors, and the first aim of our education was all round development of a child. Father of nation Mahatma Gandhi once said, by education I mean all round drawing out the best in child and body, mind and spirit. So this quotation given by this person, it focuses on can say all around development of a person, personality development, and it is quite apparent that all around development is like a daydream. And also it is because the current system of education is not developing all around ability in the children. According to Warren Bennis also, if we quote the can say quotation, I quote, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. And educational leadership in 21st century should be modern to face the challenges in the digital age. And in schools also, and in higher education also, there is, you can say, starting to do education differently, and all these issues and challenges did not rise in a day, and they took a long period. If we look back in time, ancient time in India, it was India was on the top of education and knowledge, and this was the country in which a student used to come from all over the world to acquire the knowledge and education, and no country of the world was even near to it. And this story starts from the invaders. The invaders, first in the form of the first Muslim invaders who uh, tried to destroy the culture and knowledge of the country. And after them came the British invaders, and they left our country in the condition of a beggar, gave us many things like poverty, corruption, and injustice, unemployment, and many other problems, which are now standing up as a challenge for the education system in India, and also which can cope by adopting perfect educational leadership. So, in order to face these challenges, these problems, we need to adopt some perfect educational leadership, which is the, you can say, that India is lagging. So, we also find that educational leadership is the process of enlisting and guiding the talent and energy of the teachers, pupils, and the parents towards achieving common educational aims. Educational leadership is usually associated with formal organization position in school. Leadership is seen in the prime factor in improving school effectiveness. And leadership makes a difference. Effective leadership proves schools, higher education, outstanding leadership has invariably emerged as a key characteristic of outstanding education system. So I will focus on some of the key issues and the challenges that we are facing in 21st century in the Indian education system. And the first is quality and pedagogy. A significant challenge is continued emphasis on rote learning. The student, they are cramming what they want to write in their exam. They are, you can say, cramming. There is a rote learning. Focus is on this process, and exam-centered evaluation, which also discourages critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills. The students, they are not able to develop critical bent of mind, and they are not able to analyze the things critically. And also that is somewhat, you can say, very depressing about the Indian, you can say, education system. And the curriculum often remains outdated and does not align with current industry demands. So the curriculum in education, it is not according to the what is the need of the hour. So that is why there is no, you can say, align with the current industry demands, resulting in large portion of graduates lacking essentially employability skills. There is a, you can say, vast majority of the graduates who are not able to find out jobs even after their graduation. So that is can say, that is also the result of this can say, system where we are facing these challenges. The second point is access and equity. Despite increased enrollment rates, significant disparity of can say urban areas and rural areas, as well as across different socio-economic background. And many students from disadvantaged community face barriers such as limited financial resources. They don't have money. They are, you can say, they are not financially very sound, and it is also, you can say, very big challenge to get, you can say, better education in their life. Social stigma, and social stigma is that it is that you can say, the caste system or the division of the society is such that the lower class people, they are not you can say, getting education, and there is a large section of, you can say, these, you can say, lower class people that is deprived from education. So there that they belong to the lower class people, it is a stigma on them, and it restrict them to get, you can say, good education. And also inadequate access to educational institutes, leading to high dropout rate, that the student, they are, you can say, getting admission, but in the next year there is a big dropout. And this dropout is you can say, one of the important it is a result of what we call brain drain, that the student, they want to go abroad, or they don't want to, you can say, study in India. And there is also the another challenge, infrastructure and resources. So this is very important. Many, you can say, uh, educational institutes, particularly in rural areas, suffer from poor infrastructure, including a lack of basic facilities like clean classrooms, libraries. Adequate libraries are not, you can say, in colleges or higher education, laboratories, and proper sanitation. So this environment negatively impacts the overall learning of the experience of the students, and the student, their retention rates, there is a big, you can say, retention rate of the students. Then another challenge that we generally face is teacher shortages and training. So India faces a shortage of qualified and motivating teachers, and with high student teacher ratio in many areas. Furthermore, many Existing teachers lack opportunity for professional development and training in modern interactive teaching methods. They are not well versed with the modern, you can say, teaching methods, and that's why this lack of, you can say, training, it also affects the quality of education that is being imparted by the teachers to the students, and also it limits their ability to deliver, you can say, quality education. So the next challenge that we face is digital divide. So the rapid adoption of technology in education has highlighted a significant digital divide. Digital divide is that some teachers, they are using traditional methods, and they are not using this digital, you can say, uh, because of lack of digital classrooms. They are, you can say, only engaged with the traditional methods as they used to be earlier. But while urban areas may adopt to online learning, rural regions often lack reliable internet connectivity. So poor internet connection, this is also one of the basic reasons that the students from the rural areas, they are not benefited by the even we know that there is a can say advancement in digital technology, but these students are not able to they are not benefited by these advancements. And there is, because there is poor internet connectivity, digital devices, and digital literacy skills, they are not able to develop, you can say, these digital literacy skills, and creating a two-tier system of education. Two-tier means that there is a can say major portion of there is a large number of students, they are deprived of, you can say, such kind of you can say facilities. Then there is industry academia gap. Next challenge, it is related to that there is a weak connection between the educational institutes and the industries, because the institutes, they are not able to provide, they are not able to produce those children who can get, you can say, job opportunity after their education. So it leads to a mismatch between the skill taught and the academia and those required by the job market. So this gap, it contributes to high rate of graduate unemployment despite job opening in various sectors. Although there are, you can say, various jobs, but because of, you can say, this gap, that is the high rate of graduate unemployed, they are there, and they are not able to because they are not able to can say, there is a mismatch between the skill taught in academia and what is required by the market. So there is a big gulf between these two aspects. So the next challenge is funding and affordability. Inadequate public funding for education, around 3 to 3.5 GDP, below 6 to 6% recommended by in 2020 in India. There was the implementation of national education policy, and because of the implementation of this NEP, national educational policy, it places a very heavy financial burden on the household, particularly for higher education. So this lack of funding affects infrastructure development and the overall quality of education. So indirectly, it is also affecting the quality education. Then we have the important is mental health and competition. So the immense pressure on the students to achieve high grade and succeed in competitive entrances exam can negatively impact their mental health, and it leads to, you can say, their anxiety, it leads to their stress, and there is a lack of focus on students holistic development. We are not focusing on all around development of the students, but including co-curricular activity and mental well-being support system. So these things are, you can say, totally absent, and because of these the students, they are always in pressure, they are always in stress because to get good marks or to get good grades. This is, you can say, these are the expectations of their parents. These are the expectations of, you can say, their who are, you can say, their guardians. So, and the next challenge is brain drain that I have talked about. So the lack of advanced research facility and competitive career opportunity in India, it leads many talented students to pursue higher education and employment abroad. They are going to abroad, but they are totally, can say, they are, can say, seeking. They think that by getting education in abroad, they will get employment, and it results to brain drain of intellectual capital because they are not able to focus on what they are getting in India, and they are focusing on, you can say, the foreign for education system, and they think that if they will get education from the from other countries except India, so they will get job, they will get placement. So this is, you can say, what we call the import. This is it is included in brain drain, you can say, factor. So uh, if we can say, try to, I would like to conclude with this, that in 21st century, educational leader and teachers, they are playing a very positive role, and they are creating such environment which will be able to cope with the issues and challenges, where the student will learn by doing. But the education system will meet the current demand of the student and globalized world, so it is expected. And education, it will be valuable for all the student to succeed in both college and, you can say, career. Every child will move forward at their own pace according to his competency, and the way forward will be abundant and diverse. So there will be no physical punishment, and there will be the teacher and the student ratio 1 is equal to 10, and the work will be presented by email also, by adopting innovations in the field of education. And there will be mutual support between government and private colleges or private educational institutes, and there will be no distinction uh, that will basis the species and gender, and the government will try to achieve under 100% literacy rate in our society. And basic education in the schools, it will also provide value based and skill based education, and the children's self esteem will increase. So these things are expected, but at present, you can say, as we have talked, a number of challenges, number of problems which are hindering the growth of the educational institutes. And also, uh, by means of that, these institutes are not able to produce those children who can get employment, who can get, can say, they can get better placement in their life. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Dr. Dinesh, for your impressive and thought-provoking speech, and thank you for supporting our conference and for inspiration for our conference participants. Thank you so much.